What's up, fellow bookworms, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dylan, and in this video, we're going to be looking at 6 different cases for the Kindle Paperwhite. This video is actually inspired by a recent purchase that I made of this case for my Kindle Scribe. I've had this thing for over a year and never had a case on it, and decided a few days ago that, I've almost dropped this thing, or actually have dropped this thing enough times where I need to think about putting something over it. So I got this like folio case, and so I thought maybe it's time to upgrade from this clear case on my Paperwhite to something a little nicer, a little better, a little, different, I guess. This one is plain, it's clear, except for this phone grip, because I think Pop Socket is trademarked. So this phone grip that I actually got from foreverbook.com, which is my wife's business. I actually just got it from right over there about a couple months ago. Just picked it up from right over there. But if you would like one, I think we might be sold out of this one, but one of these or similar, definitely check out foreverbook.com. By the way, all of these cases will be linked in the description below, so you can check them out on your own, look at some of the specs, look at some of the reviews, and so forth. But without further ado, let's look at these. I got 5 other cases. We're going to compare and contrast them to this clear case, but let's go ahead and start with the clear case, the pros and cons of this simple but I think effective case. So starting off, it is without a doubt the cheapest case on the list. I paid $7 for it. It's currently on sale for $7, but I think it's always on sale for $7. So that's a big pro for me. $7 for a case is not bad at all. Another big pro is that it's got these bumpers that you can't really see. Maybe I'll be able to get some like B-roll footage of it a little bit later, but it's got these like thick bumpers on the corner, which I think is really great for, when you drop it, you got like twice as much rubber there to kind of break the fall. So it just feels very protective. And then it's also got kind of a bezel all around the front, so if you drop it screen down, you're in good shape. Unless you just, drop it off of a skyscraper or something, you'll probably be okay. My wife is reading Iron Flame, by the way. I haven't started this series yet, so if you leave any comments about the book, I will have no idea what you're talking about. But if you are reading it, let me know what you think, because it's all anyone has been talking about the last week or so. But anyway, pro, it's cheap. It's very protective for what it is. And then the last pro that will actually lead into our cons list is that it is clear, obviously, which lends to the possibility of customization. So a lot of the times my wife, if she's using the Paperwhite, will put stickers back here. And it's really cool because you don't actually have to peel the sticker and like commit to the sticker. You can just pop the case off a little bit, slip the sticker in, and then close it back up, and it'll stay in place. And it looks like you have 25 different stickers on your Kindle. But say you want to put a bunch of Halloween stickers during Halloween, but don't want them there in February, you can just swap them out for some February stickers or whatever. You can put, I've seen people put like craft paper or whatever it's called from like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or whatever back here and kind of like make their own case. So it's really cool. It just lends to creativity, but that does lead into the cons of if you're not particularly creative or don't have a bunch of stickers lying around, then you just end up with a pretty plain looking case. So, if you don't like that, that's a con. Maybe you like simple minimalist designs, and it could be a big pro, but it is kind of plain, and it's a clear case. That's about it for cons, though. It's clear, so if that's all it's got going against it, that's not bad. The second case is this very pink one. It's pink. My wife chose this one to put on the list. The brand for this is just, I think it's called like Chinese Style or something. It's some weird off-brand. You can check it out in the link in the description below for more details, but it is a pink case. So price on this case is $15. So that is, if I was going to put it into one of the categories, would be a con for sure, because I guess we'll start with the cons on this one actually, because it is very thin. It's almost like paper thin, and offers basically no protection at all. It's a layer of very thin, I guess, rubber, like hard rubber kind of material. And it's got these, I don't know if you can see, like faux grippy areas on the side. It's just a little bit textured, which is not bad. It kind of helps, I guess, hold it compared to the tops and the back and the front or whatever, the other parts that are not textured. It does provide some grip for sure. But this one, other than being a cute pink case, doesn't have a ton going for it. It's thin. It's just a pink case, I guess. So pros, it's pink. Cons, it's a little overpriced for a very thin piece of hard plastic. Oh yeah, I did almost forget. Okay, another thing to add to the pro column for this case is it did come with this screen protector, which is pretty cool. I mean, this is like a 90-cent screen protector, so nothing to really write home about, but it's still nice that they threw it in. I guess it adds a little value, but I still feel like $15 for this particular case is maybe a little overpriced when compared to this much thicker, more sturdy case for half of the money. All right, moving on to the third case I think we're going to talk about. This is probably going to be mispronounced Finch Case. I actually already own this one. This one's kind of a cheat. I bought this one a couple months ago and really enjoy it. So this is not exactly my first impression of this case as it is with the others, but I like this one a lot. So this one is more sturdy. It's like a hard plastic and your Kindle snaps into it. And it's got this cover where, you know, when you put it on, the Kindle sleeps, and then when you open it, the Kindle wakes up, and boom, you're reading in like a second. It's really nice. It feels very protective because it is a hard plastic. I do kind of prefer rubber cases. They just feel better. So this one, I guess if I was to give it a con, would be that it's not rubber, but not a huge deal, just preference there. And obviously, I love the design. I chose this one. It's like a library, like a classic old school front and back library here. They do have lots of other options, like a lot of other options. This is just the one I happen to choose. So definitely check out the link for this case in the description below. Again, it's called Finch, something like that. And you can see all the options that they have. This case did cost $22, which is not bad. It's currently on sale, but just like the other case I mentioned, I paid $22 for it like a couple months ago, at least, maybe more than that. So I'm pretty sure it's always $22. It's like always on sale, you know? So not bad at all. I think it's a good value for what it is. As far as cons go, I honestly, I'm a little biased here because I chose it, but I don't know. I don't know of any, really. I mean, it's covered all the way around, front and back. It's got a nice little cover, I guess, like front cover, folding cover, which I think is really cool. I guess if I was to give it a con, this thing does kind of get in the way a little bit when you read. And it's not a huge deal, but like just a little flimsy. It doesn't like snap really back here while you're reading. So that could be a con. To be fair, that could be a big con. But yeah, I like this one a lot. I think it's pretty good. Case number 4 is this composition book style case. This one is probably very similar to this one, except this one feels a little softer. It's still probably plastic, but it's kind of got a layer of maybe material on it, which over time maybe could become a con if it starts to wear out and kind of looks ugly. But I like the feel of it maybe a little bit more than the other one. This is another one. I forget the brand on this one. It's linked in the description below. They have lots of other options. I just thought this was kind of cool. It took me back to like my elementary, middle school days of like riding in these all day long. And I just like it. It's very kind of nostalgic, I guess, and looks pretty cool. On the inside, you get a pocket, apparently. I'm just seeing this for the very first time. You get a pocket. I think this is, okay, so this is like a handle. You kind of have to hold it upside down, I think, for me, unless you read, I guess if you prefer to read left-handed, it makes sense. But you got a little handle here, and then you got also a little stand, which I think is really cool. So I don't have a table to really show you, but, you know, it just rests like that, which this case does not have, which is, I think, pretty cool. A big pro for me. The front looks kind of nice. It's kind of like cut out here where you can see the Kindle logo, and then there's also a little tiny cutout here for, I actually don't know what that would be for. But all in all, I like this one a lot. It's nice. It's like a faux leather kind of on the inside. It does feel a little cheap. It was a little cheap. The price on this one was $25, so a couple dollars more than the library case that I bought a little while ago. Not a bad little price increase for a handle and also a stand. And also, I guess if you want, you could put like your credit card in this thing. I wouldn't. I don't know who would, but you could if you wanted, or you could put anything. The world is your oyster with what you want to put in here. Any paper can fit in there, just about, that is business card sized. So that's pretty cool. And I think that's everything. There's some there's some Velcro back here. What does this do? Let's find out. Oh, that makes sense. So you slip your Kindle in. Okay. So Velcros. You slip your Kindle in the side here, Velcro it in for safety, and you're good to go. Another pro that this case has over the other one I just showed you is that it does magnet. It does stick back here. So like when you're reading, it doesn't, the little flap doesn't flap around. It sticks in place, which I think is really, really great because that was a big con for the other case as well. So all in all, I like this one. This one is really, really cool. All right, next up is one that I am very excited about. It is this one. This one. This is Clever Case, and it is, if you couldn't tell, meant to look like a old book, just like a classic book. This one is Lord of the Rings. It doesn't say Lord of the Rings anywhere on the listing. You just kind of have to like assume. On the side, it says one book to rule them all. I don't know if it's going to focus on that well enough for you to see it, but maybe. Again, you can check out the listing for all the details on this, and then you've got just all the Lord of the Rings stuff on the front, and the back is the same as well. So I like this one a lot. This one was $30. Again, the brand here is Clever Case. They've got a handful of other options as well, so you can check them all out. Pros and cons on this one. The pros is obviously it looks really, really cool. It just looks like a vintage book. I love the artwork, obviously. I love the feel of it, though I will say, I don't know if I quite want to get into the cons yet, but it does kind of feel like, I don't really know how to describe it. It doesn't feel super protective, which is not the point of this case at all. I guess it feels like a book binding. You know, if you've ever had like an old school, like hardcover book, it feels like that. Just kind of hollow inside, obviously. The magnet is super strong. I guess that would be a pro. I almost can't open the thing, so you don't have to worry about it coming open. The inside looks really cool. It's got like a little thing here. I like that, though it does kind of feel big for like branding, you know, like every time I open my Kindle, I'll see the brand of this case maker, which not a huge deal, I suppose. And then I guess the biggest thing I was worried about, even when I ordered it, is putting the Kindle in here. So it works like this. So you take this piece of Velcro, you stick it to the back of your Kindle, and then once you've done that, you then stick your Kindle on the Velcro square in the case, which I don't know. I don't think I like that. I wanted to test it out, but I don't know if I should because I'm not sure I'm going to keep this, mainly because of that. I just don't feel super confident that this Velcro will hold up over time. And so I don't know if I want to stick this on my Kindle and then not love the case and then have to like rip it off and have sticky gunk on the back of my Kindle forever. I'm not sure. So let's just, for visual purposes only, let's just pretend for a minute. Okay, I've stuck it on, I Velcroed it. This is more or less how it would look, which is not bad. I think it looks pretty cool, but I don't know. I had really high expectations for this one. I've kind of abandoned the pros and cons list thing here, haven't I? I'm just talking about it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I guess that's why the magnet is so strong, because with the Kindle in there, it doesn't quite touch. There's a little bit of a gap, so the magnet has to, like, I don't know, work through the Kindle to keep everything shut. All in all, for $30, I'm not sure I would buy this. I'm not sure I would keep it, even though it does look really, really cool. But you might feel differently, so definitely check it out for yourself. All right, and then last but maybe not least, we have the official Kindle brand case for the Paperwhite. This case cost $35, which, just for comparison's sake, let me get my old case here, is, if my math is even close to being correct, 5 times more expensive than this plain clear case that has admittedly served me well for however long I've had it. Not that long, like a year or less probably. So let's see if it's worth, how many times did I say? 5 times more than the clear case. The packaging is nice, definitely the nicest packaging so far of any of the cases that I've ordered. And you get to do the really cool like pull tab thing here, which is always super satisfying. So let's do that together if I can. All right, here we go. That was nice. that was enjoyable. And we have, I think I got the black one here. If we can get it out of the box. We have a black Kindle branded case. I think you can probably see Kindle down there. Not too bad, not too bad. So the edges are plastic, like a hard plastic. And then the front and back is, I don't even know how you would describe it. Plastic, but like not plastic. Plastic with fabric glued to it, probably. So it feels okay. It feels a little cheap, maybe, for $35. It doesn't feel that premium. Now let's see. We've got some instructions on the inside. Put the Kindle in. Put the other side in. Okay. This pulls out. And we have a little booklet, which is cool, I suppose. But that's it. It's empty in here. It's just plastic and felt, kind of, on the inside, maybe. Some kind of felt material. So let's put the Kindle in here and see how it feels. Didn't snap into place. It kind of just like slid into place, but it's definitely in there for sure. And when you close it, it's kind of a weaker magnet. It doesn't take much to pop the case open. So let's get back to our format here as we end, I guess. Pros and cons. Starting with the pros. Let's see. What can we say about this that is a pro? The inside is nice. Let's see. Does it snap? Okay. I think it's maybe snaps. Yeah. Okay. So it snaps. Snaps to the back when you read it, which is a big pro. We'll say that much. The Kindle's definitely in there. It's very secure in there. But as far as cons go, it definitely feels like maybe the cheapest of all the cases we've looked at, even though it is the most expensive. It doesn't feel super like thick or especially protective. It's just plastic with a little bit of fabric over it. And there's nothing going on. Like there's no pocket on the inside. There's no like handle. There's nothing. It just holds the Kindle. I mean, I don't want to keep whining about it, but I don't know. I didn't really research this one. I just saw that it was the Kindle brand one. Bought it because, I thought it would be one of the better ones since it was the most expensive one, but maybe the most disappointing one on the list. The Kindle branding is cool, I guess, if you're like really proud that you have a Kindle. Otherwise, it might just look kind of tacky because obviously it's a Kindle. Do you need to say it's a Kindle? Anyway, if I was to pick a case right now to replace this one, which I have to say, this one is, I haven't seen anything that's really blown this out of the water. It's simple, but it does the job, and I like the customization ability of it. If I had to choose one to replace it, it would definitely be this one. For the price, $25, I think it's really cool that you get a little grip here as you hold your Kindle, you can read it. I love that it has a nice strong magnet that keeps this flap closed. And then I also really like, the thing that really blew me away with this one is the little stand. How cool is that? I can just leave it on my desk, read, enjoy myself. The only big con is this like faux leather on the inside. It does feel really cheap. And I do worry about over time, maybe this Velcro that holds the Kindle in place could wear out or could come loose or anything could happen. And then your Kindle is just kind of, flapping around. It could fly out at any time. But that's really it. I think this is the winner. For sure. But let me know in the comments below which of these cases you liked or would like to purchase or already have and don't like, or just whatever. Let me know in the comments below. And also, while you're scrolling down past this video, check out the description where all these Kindles are linked. And also check out my Discord server where we can talk more about Kindle stuff, book stuff, just about anything over on the Discord server. It's absolutely free, and I would love to see you over there. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.